Well, there's that. How we all doing? Okay, long day for me, and I gotta keep this short tonight. Man, my dad calls me this morning and says I can't work my email, and Google had decided we needed to verify who my dad is by clicking a number on his phone because you can't use a computer anymore without owning a phone. So every elderly person who is not tech savvy, not understanding that there's a banner on his mail program telling him to go check his phone and press 83 in some submenu. Hmm. Couldn't couldn't email his doctor back for 2 days and waited 2 days to tell me because I've been in here doing this for the last couple of days. And then I go out there and my dad's eye sockets are swollen up from that cancer. I mean, I said, "What the hell is going on? Why haven't you told me when the surgery stuff is?" Well, it's in October 5th. Like, oh, no, it's not. Who told you it was October 5th? And by the time I got done with that doctor, he's got a modified appointment tomorrow, and then we should have him in surgery by Monday. He can't wait till October 5th. He'll be dead before October. The just welcome to government-run healthcare, right? We having a login problem here? What the hell? All right, get some stuff done. Questions being asked in appropriate places, man. The Try to ask questions about firewall or you're using a meat shield term. We're using a firewall term because the firewall is different than the meat shield. The math's actually different. We're not just throwing numbers at this thing. Uh, there's a method to the madness because the snaky portion of the troops going. Oh, my camera's off. Uh, so and it's a relevant question. It's like, well, would it work if I had just had 4 million T11s? No, that's not what it does. It just means that when somebody hits you, all your T11s are going to die. The whole point is to protect things like T11s, T12s, T10s. It's to keep them from being hit. Those things are expensive to replace. You got 4 million T11s. You need a firewall epically bad so that you don't have to spend $200-300 because somebody hit you. Um, that's the whole point to spending $2 for the firewall math is so that you don't spend $250 in Guns of Glory because somebody is feeling bad. Look, guys, anybody in my kingdom's got a firewall built up, I can't hit them anymore, and I taught them how to build it. So that's just the reality of this. So Uncharted Seas, we are on 48 hour. Where we left off at the last one, we had a what do you want to call it? A landmark, which was the pirate fortress that needed 12 hours to soak to get to level 2, and we were going to have to go back and go into combat again for it. Oh, look at this. Hold on. That was like right next to me. We'll just go in there and help build that. These farms are different than these farms. Go in here. See, that's not placed. This is an event farm. So I need to go to the map and but the map is so freaking broken. Okay, there's our bridge. Stupid old orders. See, the first response. See, that alliance is defunct. Oh, hell. All right. Man, while I'm doing this, little opportunity. You see the other light orange lines? That's other people's territory, right? Level 2, protected for, is that us? That's us. That's the one I was looking for. All right. I wanted to double check that while I was gone, that we went from level 1 to level 2, or that it's protected. Okay, so we got 7 hours on that. And one thing that we hadn't done, so 548-100, is put out a mail. And here's the thing. We need a UTC time. Whew, you're gonna have to excuse me, guys. I'm tired as hell. It was a long day. I didn't get any sleep. So 03, so 12 UTC. What am I doing? I'm putting out a mail. Oh, 548-100. Lance mail. Lance mail. This is something I'm going to recommend. I just thought this up while I was brushing my teeth. Excuse me. All right, just to make a note for the people that'll be on later, right? I won't be here to tell them go do it. And I'm not in charge, but we're not doing. No, this is the first time we've done any of this. I mean, I don't have a mailbox full of hey, go get these timers are up. They win. Uh, there's that. All right, that's just one of those things. So the other people know. Say I won't be here to say hey, what we got to do. So I can't just set a timer on my thing. And oh, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to turn around. Edit. Well, if it'll let me edit, I'm going to add that note to the page as a good practice. Latitude and longitude. You know, I've been using those words for 40 some odd years, and I still have a problem spelling longitude for some reason. Yeah. One of my original pieces of equipment that I worked on, we take GPS for granted. In the early 90s, I was when we went we used to use nothing but land-based navigation, in the Navy. And when the first Magellan satellites got launched, there were like 20 of them in the whole world. And it was military only that could use them. We even had a watch. Everybody goes, "Oh, my watch will do so much." We had a watch that would tell you where you are in the world within 100 feet. It was so classified that no one ever could use the watch. It was locked in a crypto safe the entire time. Yeah, yeah. And then we got our first GPS thing on the the quartermaster's table where we chart things by hand with compasses and pencils and things like that. And everybody was so fascinated with the latitude and longitude thing. We used to have like these betting pools where like if the ship was in a current but we were supposed to be stationary, if you could make the thing not shift more than 10 feet for how long you as the person, the officer in charge could hold position, you know. So that's the good use we got out of GPS because it was still the rules. We had to plot everything by hand anyway, even though we had a navigation system sitting on top of the. But you couldn't turn around and go to the navigation system and say, "I want to go to this latitude and longitude," and it says turn left here. They wasn't that kind of GPS. Could you imagine that on the bridge of a Navy ship? Turn left here, you know. But send out timer emails with latitude on landmarks and other points of interest. So don't add alliance delay between leadership login. All right, just a good tip. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. It's your game if you screw up, not mine. Ah, do. All right. Sir Lickin'. Yeah. Man, I miss my big long beard. I shaved that off when I went in the hospital there. So I need to get some other stuff done in here. I got timers I gotta get started here. Max level reached. Um, well, that's good. I thought I was coming back in here to get that done. Well, that's only a 13-minute one. Set a 20-minute timer. Man, I'm sorry. I'm not sleeping because I got so much stuff to do. And that just drags down my ability to control my cough. Tells me greatly that my health is declining. Yeah, but I got crap to do during the day. And there we go. Thanks, Kimberly. Ah, man, I got to replace the battery in these headsets or replace these headsets. It's gonna have to wait a couple days. Yeah, gotta wait till the first of the month, man, so I can set next month's budget. I had not planned on buying a set of headsets. What's funny is I got a brand new set of headsets for my birthday, but my wife did not buy me wireless headsets. And while I got this over here, this is just hooked to the desk. The computer that I run is way back there. I got cables that run 20 feet over here from the computer that I'm doing this stuff on. Yeah, and she bought me a nice set of headsets too. I mean, they're $2,300, but you got to plug them in. I mean, you don't get quality over wireless. You can't get quality over Bluetooth. They're like, oh, I got the nicest set of Bluetooth headsets. No, you don't, because Bluetooth compresses audio and it screws it up. And there's no way to unscrew it up. Uh, Bluetooth compresses audio. Things being in MP3 format compress audio. The the worst codec for audio is Apple's. You can't get any stereo quality out of Apple. There's no such thing as 5.1 surround from Apple. They lie. We'll make that speaker go up and down, and we'll tell you we're giving you stereo, but it doesn't exist in their codec. There's no code for it. Yeah. That's that far superior product. I got told if I wait in line for 4 days, I'll get the best thing ever. All right, but once we got some of these big things done, we are really working on grinding out the little stuff, right? So this becomes about what the time of your life. So if you got people that are logging in once a day, they've got to grind out that big stuff early. Now the last live I did, right towards the end, uh, I realized where I got the speed ups that we could use in here to speed up the research. The the left hand side research. This hold on, because we got three different researches in here plus our normal stuff, right? Research level could be sped up because I was involved in killing one of the pirate coves. Okay, I got some speed ups for doing that. Uh, I don't see anywhere else where that speed up is relevant. So don't be a greedy freaking pig denying your alliance the ability to get their hits in to get some speed ups because I caught up from a day from behind off of a 20 minutes worth of work by hitting those pirate things. So if you're if your research on the left hand side's done, let everybody else get it because the speed ups are more important than the points are. We're gonna get the points from donating, but I'm up to 2,200. But it's only donation I'm getting the points from. You know, yeah, I don't even know what bridge. I think I know what bridge. We got a level 2 bridge that had a day and a half timer on it. Uh, so let's look at our map if we can. This is the bridge he's talking about. I'm staged at it. Okay, so 15 hours. No, it's not about the same time. One of them's 8 hours from now. One of them's 15 hours from now. So 725, 427. Man, Why can't you just put the damn clock on the frickin' screen, GOG? It has been an issue since you built the game. Okay, so 4 o'clock UTC, we got 15 hours. That's 1900 UTC. No. Yeah. Can we tear the mine down and rebuild for points? We will see. Hold on. Not yet. 725, 427. All right. That's one of the ones you get speed ups for taking down. Oh, look at that. Somebody already beat me to it. Are we getting points for that? That's a good question. 2235. Hold on, I got to write that down or I'll forget it. 2235 is my current points. We'll see if I get points for building that. I'm starving for points. But this event's supposed to be 30 days, not 7. So I don't see where I got points for the last one, but I don't know if I was in there right fast enough. You know what? I still haven't opened up. I still haven't told YouTube that I acknowledge that I started a stream. The go live. On save. Here's that. Now I can actually talk to you. And if you could just recall and send them back. That would be. All right, so call back, confirm. What was my number? I got 7. So there's a percentage of work being done there, but it's nice that you can tear it down and let the others catch up, or GOG will fix that bug, because quite frankly, that kind of is a bug. Well, it can't be a bug if you can set the farms down more than once, right? So we'll let that just cook and do its thing. And meanwhile, oh, so those that are just tuning in today from day 3, man, bottleneck in the hospital like nobody's business. I'm working on, so I'm charging down the research. I sat there in my farm gear the first day when they said, oh, the heels are free. So I just let people hit me. I didn't care. I was like, I don't need that crap. And I didn't know it was going to take me 3 days to get my troops out of the free hospital. So that be warned. Now I'm in my freaking combat gear all the time. I got to put my firewall back together. Because the whole point to hitting me while I was in my farm gear from some person that didn't speak English from China was because I built a firewall system. I took away their bonus money by you not having to buy troops. Yeah, and every time we speed heal, it crashes the game. So that's what we're waiting on there. Why won't you give me my... There we go. Close. Reopen. All right. Oh, what I'm doing over here in the other one. So edit post. And we will go to... Let me put this up here at the top of the stream. Oh, that didn't go there. That doesn't go there. Okay. So there's some of the bullet points I've written down so far. Uh, when I get time, I will go back through all this live footage in utter boredom, and I will start picking out things that we found along the way. Uh, this is just what I'm remembering off the top of my head in that article and making bullet points. If somebody else saw something that I missed, please use the forums. It's free to make a note of what it is you saw. If at all possible, screenshot it. You can upload a screenshot to the forums. There's no permission to get in. This is not a line group. This is not Discord. Everybody's invited to participate. We were talking yesterday about one of my old calculators, the tower system we built a long time ago. I was telling everybody I didn't have the tech back then to build it the way I wanted to. And then after we started talking about that, man, I got into my own head. I'm like, man, I could really knock out a good tower defense calculator. More along the, but more of it being more than being a tower defense calculator, but allow a tower leader to bring up to have people join his team from his kingdom and say, okay, I'm under that guy's mega, and then let the tower leader determine this guy's going to bring this type of troops, and this guy's going to bring this type of troops because I'm going to supply these types of guards. It's all something that's very doable. I think it'd be a valuable tool to me. But just like Guns of Glory, I got to justify studio time. This is the beta, so what do we care about these crashes? I'm not going into the Discord room. I don't have to, Kimberly. GOG has somebody that they pay to watch every minute of every video that I put up. I don't have to. I don't have to go in there and talk to them. So anything I say gets taken over. If you've never watched me long term, anytime I point out a bug, it's usually 8 hours later. They got a hot patch in there. Never more than 2 or 3 days. That's why they hate me. I blow up their budget on studio time. They got these immediate fixes that go out there because I address the market directly. So I just had a timer go off. Bebopping in my ears here. Okay. I was looking for specialist operation. So that allows me to use these, actually these, instead of just medical supplies. So I'm racing down there because I am starved out on these medical supplies, plus the crashes. The crashes aren't so big a deal for me because I use the deck system, and they're kind of quick to recover. But whatever you have, so I got 1.4 million, that means only 140,000 troops per batch can be done for free. You get 10% of what you got in there. So if I wanted to do 1 million troops, I'd have to have all 11 million stockpiled up. No, 592 is a shit show, dude. We're bribing the trolls to play with us. We let the trolls control the narrative. All the new players that came to 592 got run off by this crew, and that's the crew that's getting bribed. The people who spent 6 months making sure the guys who want to play and spent money there didn't have anybody to play with, and now we're bribing those people, and they're wondering why I'm upset. I hadn't been paying attention to what had been going on. I went in there last week after I went into UAC and saw the absolute, utter catastrophe that was a plan. Cooperation. Bribery of the trolls. Instead of giving it to people who had been there, done the work, got their asses kicked and handed to them, still stayed, still spent money. Those people weren't getting the loot. The people who showed up unprepared, no marches, they got the best loot we could give them. I called it antics. They called it cooperation. Yeah. You ain't got the balls to tell somebody who absolutely freaking is trying to undermine everything you're doing, just go away. That's it. And if you think I'm undermining you by pointing out you're just feeding people who don't give it, that are going to screw us later, they really don't get it. Well, okay, like 592 is right at the 1 year mark. It's a good place to jump to. Uh, but remember, we're about to do mergers anyway. I would tell you just wait until the merger is done. That's the whole point of this event, is setting up for mergers. See what happens with what you land in before you decide to go somewhere new. The I've given away lots of C40s over the years. I wish I had a couple of them back because we got mergers sitting in front of us. A couple of those old C40s have got better guards and better airship because it was easier to do 2 years ago. Uh, yeah, I logged into my account today to see the my Sturbate, the troll that's in my live chat, in my PM box, telling me that when I joined into the test server, I joined in, and he happened to be an R4 in that they sent me an invite to an alliance, and then he was they made everybody R4s and these things, right? And then he booted me, so my trolls booted me right away and says, "Oh, we can't have the internal conflict." No internal conflict. The if you if having someone say something other than what you said is conflict, you have no ability to change a decision based on new information, or at least support your information so that you can convince me of why it's a good idea. Uh, I'm convincible. Just got to make the point, right? Facts matter. The audio stream current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. Recommend you using that you use 128 kilobits per second. I'm not using 120 kilobits a second. That's not happening. That low bit rate is not me, Google. That is you. I'm watching my stream. 128 kilobits a second. I'm uploading 2,500 kilobits a second. I'll be damned if I'm going to lower it to 128 so that Google's happy. I don't even know why that error would be in there. Yeah. Oh, we're going to start developer bashing. All right, so use those speed ups on the research level first before you go speed healing troops. I didn't use any of those speed ups to heal my troops. I'm just grinding it out. Uh, all right, wait for my crash. I don't care about the question. That's the whole point of lives, to ask questions, man. You're good. Fire away. One person asks questions, and thousands will look at those questions and listen to the audio later. It lives aren't about live. That's the misconception people think. Uh, the lives are not about lives. I get more people who take one of my 5 hour lives and then listen to it all week during the ride back and forth to work, like a podcast. So the it's weird. I never thought of it as that way, but I had so many people who tell me they do that. The and I still, after this many years, I haven't gotten in the habit of repeating the questions you asked, so that they don't have to wonder what it was with asked, but they usually get the gist if I'm explaining it. I try to explain it in a way that at least I'm talking about something that needs to get done, and then they go, their brain, later on when something happens, their brain knows an answer to a question they don't know what it was. Yeah, they won't fix this crash during the PTR, so there's no sense complaining about this. Like I said, it's fast for me. But I also need to demonstrate the loss of capability, the attrition rate, right? So you need to be maxed out. If I wanted to replace a single March, I'd have to have this thing all the way up to 11 million. So how fast that fills up is a big, big deal. But now I'm down to 500,000, right? So I'm only going to be able to take 50,000 for the 500,000. What? 169. That must be in a power level. 169,000. That's not the direct percentage that we've been seeing. It had been straight up 10%. I wonder if the research I've done has changed that. Okay, so oh, let's watch this. He's saying that the speed ups are working for the event thing. I didn't even try because they never do. So let's proof and pudding that one. So we're still 2241 on our points. That's probably this Chinese thing down here. Yep, sure is. I got a few gobbledygooks of crash. I came over with a couple 100,000 gold, and my eyes are so bad. I was dinking around with nothing better to do. I said, well, yeah, I never use sanctuary coins. I'll go use those now. And I couldn't tell the difference between the sanctuary coins and the gold coins, and I burned 200,000 of my gold. Brilliant. So handcuffed myself. The fact that I would have, the last PT public test realm, they gave everybody a million gold. But let's tell everybody why we don't have a million gold in our bank account now. And that's because everybody went into public test realm just to feel like a powerhouse and burn gold, like they spent money. And they didn't do any actual testing. They went over there, joined the PTR, and just to get the million gold in their test account and play around and kill people and act like a jerk. So this time it was bring what you got. Uh, and I normally have a couple 100,000 gold laying around just in case of emergency. Hey, I'm back over a million power. Okay. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, if you ain't tired now, yawns are contagious, and now they're globally recorded. I'll be putting people to sleep on the way to work tomorrow. All right, so I got 2 hours on that. The thing that really sucks about this public test realm, this isn't on my normal phone. I would never put a Chinese direct APK on a device that has any personal information on it. All these people who downloaded this APK to their phone, no way. Uh, the like even when we did the Huawei deal and I turned around and gave people direct APKs, I made sure I downloaded APKs and then gave you the APK from me so that you didn't get lost in La La Land. Uh, and I didn't like that setup. Yeah. Oh man, I need a nap. Okay. Well, since I'm just up against timers, there's not a lot of new information until we get to uh, some actual events, which will be tomorrow. Go to sleep. uh, yeah, that's a big middle finger. That's China, man. They're woo. We gave you the big middle finger on the guard system. Isn't that what that means? I'm pretty sure that's the Chinese symbol for go fuck yourself. Yeah. I I want to make sure I say, Lisa and uh one on one who's our they've been passing the R5 back and forth. They're on the kind of the one and only Jay have been doing a fairly good job uh keeping the management stuff going. Everybody's kind of got their finger in the direction we're going, and that's kind of problematic because I see some chaotic movement on the map. That decisions I wouldn't make is a better way to put it. But I tear everything down, right? If it's not the best possible optimized direction, I'm going to complain about it. So, not their fault. Not everybody thinks that way. Yeah, I'm telling you, that looks like a middle finger to me. Okay. So, right off the bat, I didn't bubble because it told me that I had a 2 day bubble, but we didn't. That was a lie. I'll definitely go pull that film out because that's I wasn't inside my territory where they couldn't hit me, and the game was informing me that I had a 2 day bubble up. I just thought it was graphically not there. The and that those two things didn't coincide. So I've been spinning, but at the end of the day, I learned just how crappy the heal system is. I say crappy. Again, you take it for what it is, and it becomes a strategic point where you can take a big guy out of the game. You get to where you're nailing a big guy in a tower and killing his troops because he's there. You know, big players spend gold, spend dollars to not play the game. All right, they don't play 40 hours a week, and this event has a lot of timers that have got to be hit. And right now, I don't see any way for me going there and buy my way out of the time that I don't have. So, uh, being behind on the research makes you vulnerable, and then being behind on the research makes recovery take longer. It doesn't mean that big guy, if this is a 30-day event, ain't going to be changing the course of history at the end of the 30 days. It just means he may not be doing it in week one. So you might want to be a little more cooperative, especially, a lot of coiners just hit people to hit people. It's an emotional, it's a latchkey kid freaking clicking. Yeah. It's the same as a mommy hug, I swear. Just burn the castle. All right. What we got here? That's probably him. Oh, put that in again. Now let's look at my points. 23, what was that, 2242? I didn't get no 250 points. I got about 90. Yeah, see, he comes in. 87. Yep, 87 is probably what I did get. Well, I got 97 because I drew out the first time, right? I got 7 for withdrawing early and 80 something from that point on. Man, see, I'm sitting here tired. I need to be doing this for points. But God, I'd had that's 4.5 hours of building these farms just to get to that 3,000, get to the next quest leg. I'll have to do it, but I'll have to get up. I'll get up. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and uh, I won't be putting my grinding out farming for points on the live, guys. Oh my God, the it's not relevant information, but know it can be done. Uh, Now there is something we're doing by doing this, and that is we're utilizing alliance resources to build these farms over and over and over and over and over again. But we've got enough territory and stuff coming in that we can get away with it. I don't know. Gosh, I actually don't know where the alliance storage number sits. Okay, so we're making this much per hour. That's 1 million silver. I got more than a million. Okay, so that's what it was. They put it in the same place, so I was sitting there thinking it was mine. It's not mine. Uh, Uncharted. Okay, so now I'm looking at alliance resources. But I believe building these buildings require use of those resources. Ugh. So the way you get Alliance resources is by mining. So we're low on silver. So one of the things I need to do, okay, so these guys are not mining with inside the lines, and that's bad. You get more for the Alliance if you mine with inside your territory. That's why us zigzagging all over Hell and Tarnation didn't appear to me to be a good idea. All right. Since that's silver, we will throw. Where's Meatloaf at? There's Meatloaf. Henry and Meatloaf. They're your fastest guys for farming. And then the buff does work. Gear works. Let's do 24 hours. And then I actually have. There we go. So just got to have it on there when it lands. We'll get some more stuff going here while we got all this stuff. I think it was day one's video. I actually went in there and finished out all my farming, the new research for farming, because I hadn't given a shit. Oh, look, there's level 3. Well, there we go. Not to mention mining inside the Alliance keeps your troops safe for now. And everybody goes, oh, you don't need the. I don't care. See, this piece, your state's protected from all enemy attacks and scouts. I think that's in here. And I was told by the guy who does nothing but read the developer rooms. See, it's third-hand rumor at that point. You know, he comes in here and he posts stuff up, and he's often wrong when he posts stuff up, and he doesn't get the fact that he's being lied to by the Discord rooms. That's why I don't go in them. I don't want anybody affecting what I see. I don't want to run it through their lens of what they wanted to market it to be. If you guys, I need to put the videos together. I downloaded like 8 commercials of the old commercials for Guns of Glory. Not a single Guns of Glory commercial looks anything like the game's played. Nothing. It just all lies to get you in there, and then there's enough confusion right off the bat, and people talking and things going on. It's chaotic. They just it's they build nothing but clickbait commercials. Don't the Alliance storage come from mine slots we can't mine that are in the I don't understand that question. Oh, Sherman didn't understand either. So basically, these large nodes that he's pointing out are producing iron for us. Okay. So everybody wanted to zigzag the towers and get as many of those as possible, so that it's not as much as doing the farm. You know, I'm gonna log off. Why wouldn't I have my marches farming stuff for the Alliance? right? So, uh, it's at yeah. Sir, I think Sir Lickens listening live. Yeah, it's added to the numbers. But we were on the first day. We were because we were doing things like trying. You know, what's up, Pac-Man? My ear itches. Something fierce. Oh, my cup or something. Feels like I got a feather tickling my ear. Yeah. Yeah, it's not either or is the best way to put that, I guess. It's all of the above. And we need resources to drop down towers and drop down forts and drop down these mines that we're spamming for points. So every time we drop that mine down, we're taking resources. So put your other 4 marches out there getting some work done. Uh, okay, so one of the other things I want to do before I log off here is this here. Collect supplies. I'm going to leave one of those for later. So that put me over the 1.3 million. And then because I haven't done plus I think you get some of that loot for that. So what I've done in research in here is gotten this is now cooking so that that other thing I'm doing there can add up. Medical production, and then I got it, because the medical production is taking too damn long. I want to start using other supplies. So once this is done, we'll see what the conversion rate for that is tomorrow. It says I can use normal supplies, but I don't know if it means what. We'll just wait and see. There's no sense trying to predict anything that you don't know what they were thinking. Uh, it's like having a research tree that branches out into things that all say the same thing. Why can't there are 4 things in this research tree. They just said it 5 times. And I hadn't even started real heavily on the battle tree yet. Uh, but it's mostly pirate stuff except for down here. Oh, see, I meant to start that research. Support. I got 2 hours left on that. There's no way to speed that up. While I want that for a log off, I wanted these big numbers, right? I want that one because it's 5 hours for when I log off. And then they don't give you any preview to what the other ones below it are going to be. The look, I get it. I'm in the same boat as everybody else is on this. How many times can I do the exact same thing every day and have you tell me, hey, it's worth $20,000 to do the same grind that you did yesterday? No, it's not. You haven't added anything in the game. They they don't even. It's like they let the studio team, like they're being paid to work on some other game that none of us are playing, and then whatever chocolate bunny graphics that they're working on in that game winds up over here in duplicate content that they sell it for. It's like extra graft. You know, that's everybody keeps wondering like, well, how what the hell do pirates have to do with vampires? It has to do with studio time and not rebuilding the graphics a second time. That's what it has to do with it. It literally is like the junk drawer. Guns of Glory is like the junk drawer of graphics. Yeah. Whatever you can steal from someone else. Half these things you've seen in casinos. Have you ever been to like Vegas casinos? These exact pirate women that you see in these games are in the casino stuff. They get somebody else to pay for the graphic time, and then they reuse it and hope they don't ever get caught. Yeah. No, you can't say that the Chinese cheat, Mr. Larson. That's just wrong. They've never stolen an intellectual idea ever. Yeah. Well, 41's, man, a 3-year-old kingdom. 41's were giveaways, right? You did 2 new worlds and you had enough marquee badges to make it 41. Yeah. They're hoping mergers bring people back to log into their old castles. And for that reason, they need people like me more than ever, even though they keep trying to piss me off. The Because at the end of the day, a large chunk of the people who quit Guns of Glory still watch my channel. Still go over to Rogers Raiders and read what I'm writing. They're interested in the nuance stuff of it because I write it as it affects all games, not this game. Oh, a new account would kill you, man. They slowed down New Kingdom so badly that in a year, my account is not nowhere near as big as what I gave away in 362 and 533. And I only played them for months. Well, 362 I played for a year. 362 I played. Well, I didn't even play that for a year. I played that for like 10 months at 362, and then I quit for a while, and I decided I'd gotten some. I can't remember what I got done. I got something done on the website, and I needed to do some promotion, do a promotional set of videos for that. They changed the startup system, so my videos were getting a little dated, and I went in there and I built a whole new series for 533. Yeah, I don't build castles to play this game. I build castles to make content. Yeah, that's relevant. Now I've got enough systems in place that other YouTubers should be, but they think if they talk about me, they're hurting themselves, and it's exact opposite. All you can do is wind up leeching off my traffic, which is good for you. You're pointing it out there, Pac-Man, but I've said this every day during the lives, and I'll say it again. Hopefully, one of these guys will pick it up. They need to put time zone realms, 4 realms that are time zone specific: Americas, Europe, uh, Eastern Bloc, or I'm sorry, Western Bloc Asia, and Eastern Bloc Asia. And they need to put some time zone realms in there so that the kingdoms matchups, the UAC matchups, and all the event matchups, you're not asking half of America to get out of bed at 3 in the morning for KVK. The Most of the players who show up to KVK are American. A lot of Brits, but then the Brits don't have to get up to like 9 in the morning. You know, so yeah, the play schedule is insane. Uh, the fact that they got schedules instead of point driven events to where you got 3 days to get something done. Like the wolf. I've said it for years and years and years. I do not understand why the Underworld Gates isn't like the wolf event. You set it down, you got 24 hours to hit it. You don't need to be in rallies. You get so many points based on your damage. You get your loot based on your points and your rank. But now everybody can participate in the Underworld Gates. And for all the bug patches that they fix that I point out, they will not fix that one that is just absolutely soul crushing to keep trying to manage time schedules, trying to keep people happy. You wind up throwing away 70% of the people that you're trying to play with all the time. We can't keep participation. You got these R5s, R4s. You got the R4s. Most R5s are absentee R5s, even me. The the You got the R4s working hard to try and keep people interested in playing, but it starts to sound like complaining. Hey, it's at 2. You all be there. It sounds like bitching. All you got to do is be in a slightly bad mood. And, wow, that cunt wants me to be there too. You know that the and I I kind of threw a fit about a lot of people coming to me individually and bitching about the way somebody else is acting, and I'm like, it's a phone game. The You're hearing things that have to do with stuff going in your life. The I, and it's getting transmitted over and over and over again. The I mean, I walked in my alliance, and one half the alliance is blaming the other half the alliance, and nobody knows it. I wasn't. I've been out in my own separate thing doing the stuff for the firewall, uh, and really dealing with the cheaters of GOG. I isolated them. I figured out a way to keep them from from screwing with stuff until I'm done and ready to be screwed with. The but the just by getting off of my own little separate alliance, you can't play those little trickery games. KR is the only thing you can do. At that point, I just park in the forest. By the time you're done zeroing me, I just don't log on. To hell with it. Or I have the king boot me up. You know, that's the only thing I've asked of the kingdom in the last 4 months is to pump me when it's convenient for me. The That's it. But you would think I ask them for stuff every single day. It's amazing. I don't even know I'm doing it. Apparently, the I'm not there. I'm not in charge, and everybody's not happy, and it's all my fault that somebody else has made people unhappy. The When the whole goal of everything I've done in there is like, look, we got to come up with ways, but it's not quick. So 592 has taken the brunt of abuse of the trolling systems that GOG has to offer, simply because I've got to have some place to test out ways that we can make it so that somebody can stay in, stay competitive, and not blow their house payment to be that competitive. That's not Guns of Glory's goal. That's my goal. And as far as, and we explained this yesterday, they're trying to get where they're making $500 million a year again. And I'm trying to figure out how to make it so people pay less money. The They're not happy with me. The I'm effective. They're not. End of the day, they have to go out and buy viewers to their crappy little movies they make. I don't. Uh, I won't. That's screwing over small business advertisers, and I won't do that. The A lot of the stuff we've done. Well, I get passed through from military stuff. Like Monster was paying me $15,000 a year when I used to have the cooler in the background. And then I still got my cooler. It's behind the green screen. And then Huawei paid 35, $40,000. They didn't pay the million and a half they owed me, but I mean I got $35,000 of that. I get 20 to $60,000 a year from Home Depot, and we don't even put their logos on anything. They just that organization over there just makes sure that we have stuff for the stuff that I'm doing outside this. Uh, And then there's the stuff that you guys put forward. I mean, the $2 a month that you guys put into the website over there, that's going straight into a developer, my own developer. But it takes time to get things developed. It's, people don't understand. It's like, well, are you going to build this? You know, it's not like dropping a disk in a drive. It's more like building the disk that gets dropped in the drive. So there's time involved. Got to get all that stuff done, but it's going quicker. The more tools we get built, the faster the next tool comes. Uh, my real world has been slowing me down just a little bit. Uh, and then I'm also working on new projects. Uh, I can't just leave this one alone. Guns of Glory's participation rate is down in the dirt. And Guns of Glory, the Guns of Glory team is the one that did that. The All they had to do was take a slightly different approach on some things, and I understand business has got to make money. I'm not opposed to the Chinese making money. I'm opposed to the Chinese stealing. You tell people they're getting X for $100, but then you change what X is in the middle of an event and don't refund their money. You stole from them, and now you got a problem with me. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you got a problem with me because I'm usually the guy that bought X right off the bat so I can run some film. I'm the guy that got stolen from. The they forget that I pay to promote them, not the other way around. The guys who pay me to promote playing Guns of Glory are the third party. I won't do business with Amazon. Amazon screwed me 3 times now. Amazon has never not taken my affiliate links away after the promotion has been promoted. They did the same thing with Creed. Suddenly the links didn't work. Well, the commercials are built. Yeah, they're up. They're out there. They probably made $1.5 million, $3 million off Creed's videos. She got $400. There was no residual. There's no tracking. There's no following through. Their app store doesn't allow for people to promote and be tracked their work. To get paid for the work that you do should be part of the web. Computers allow things to be tracked. And quite frankly, these big corporations don't like that because it becomes an outlay. Any marketing program, any guy that's been in marketing for 20, 30 years knows what the term breakage means. If you go back to the Huawei video where I'm yelling at them about their breakage point, breakage means if you get 100 people that you offered $20 to, but you make it so that it's a complicated code, and they got to go and sign up here, and they got to make sure they click this box here to receive emails, and then they can get their free $20. Every step you add into a system of marketing creates a larger percentage of breakage. So they build a $20,000 budget. Yeah, and to put Huawei as a thing, they have like $200,000 budgets for the free gifts for you to play Guns of Glory. Every month they have that stuff, but they don't have $200,000 to spend. So they aggressively put breakage into the system. They try to get down to 5 or 6%. And then when we did the Huawei deal, I put my own tracking system in because I can't control what people do from YouTube. I can't make you go anywhere. But from there, I had, here is this link, and I made sure I told you, and if you got a problem, here's a custom form that I built, come bitch at me. And then I made sure that form got emailed directly to somebody who could fix it inside Huawei. And more importantly, I got to see how many people were complaining that their stuff wasn't working. It was some, for the marketing guys that are watching out there, they only got about 6% of the people who clicked away from YouTube to actually effectively and properly get what they were promised. 6%. I was livid. They were tickled with the numbers. They're going, oh my God, 6% is a low number, right? But the gross number was so big, it was blowing up their budget. 6% of what becomes the answer. And that's where I tried to explain to them up front. I don't think you got the budget to deal with me. I don't think you understand the click-through rate. I've been doing this type of marketing thing for 20 years since I've done the gun magazine. I know what my click-through rate is on the way that I market, the way I advertise, and the way I talk. The market responds. I've got a higher click-through rate and advertising rate than anybody else out there. Uh, the on any forms of communication we talk to. The I'd still be running I still own a gun magazine. I'd still be running more gun magazines if every time one of those companies bought advertising, they didn't get a lawyer in there that made the advertising cost 7,000% more. So companies just kind of quit. You know, Google took over Cabela's affiliate marketing. And then after they got everybody's social security number, name, birth date, and all that stuff so that they could, quote, pay them, Google went, did you know Cabela sells guns? We don't like that, and turned off their affiliate program. What they did was they went in there and made a list of conservatives that promote product. About 15,000 people who write articles for the outdoors, go out and test canoes and paddles, and it's not, they made sure that the conservative market starved to death. And Dennis was the guy's name. I'll keep throwing his ass under the bus. He was the guy in charge over there at Cabela's. I told him what was coming over and over and over again. So Google wouldn't do that. Now everybody knows that Google will do that stuff, but they also go, what, they own 95% of the market, what can you do about it? Well, you start by making them so they own 94%, then 93, then 92. You start working backwards. You get them out of there. This talk about monopoly controls over companies like Google, the congressional meeting, the 3 congressional meetings that I've held on this subject, I cannot iterate enough how dumb they are in math. There is nothing they can do at a congressional level to break these companies up that would stop the free speech controls from not being in place. They can change names, change corporations, change stock ownerships. They're just, it doesn't matter. The interlocking technology would be there. You would have to turn around and put blockchain technology to make sure that Google didn't send any information to another company. And right now, our government's turning around trying to eliminate blockchain technology because it's an accountability system by the population. Crypto, we got to get rid of the evil crypto. It's also called accountable. That's the beauty of crypto. That's why people trust crypto. Anybody on the planet can go check and see that money moved from point A to point B. You can't go down to your bank and do that. You have no clue what your bank did with your money after you put it in there. But in crypto, you can. You can see exactly what they did with your money. You can see exactly where it went. If it went from point A to point B, they have to. It's recorded in the blockchain. It's recorded in your personal blockchain, and then you update other people's blockchains, and so there are witnesses to it being recorded. One of the things I'm looking at now is there's a thing called Internet of Things. And it's little smart devices like you can put a tag on your dog, and if your dog gets out of the yard, you can go to the web and see where your dog's at. Well, up till now, you had to buy a cell phone account. You had to get a 5G card for cellular communication with those tags, right? So you got to charge them up. There's lots of batteries, and if it's a passive Wi-Fi signal, literally those you can build a shake system that will keep it charged. So the dog just walking around actually can create enough vibration to charge the signal. It doesn't have to be that strong because it's just got to get within 300 feet of one of these Wi-Fi things. Well, they've got these devices where people can plug them in, and it's going to create a network for the Internet of Things, whether it be your watches or your whatever that we're doing for tracking or information or something that has to do with geological things. So basically, everybody's going to be tracked with Internet of Things. It's going to happen because the first time you lose your dog or cat, you're going to want one of these things in your house to help other people find their dog and cat, right? That's the selling point on that stuff. And I think it's a bad idea for society, but I looked at all the white papers on it and the technology on it, and I honestly think it's just going to happen and it's going to be worth trillions of dollars. I'm next month going to be buying some hardware for that. If the math works out right, and my math actually worked out better than the conservative math that I put out forward on this stuff, those things should make about $400 a week. Plugging them in and letting somebody else resell some Wi-Fi time. They're literally reselling your Wi-Fi time. The uh, so like one of the big customers that's going to be for this type of technology is we here in town have uh, the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, which means people from all over the country are roaming, and you got distances between the towers. So you plug these things in, and Wi-Fi calling is now damn near enabled on everybody's phone. If you haven't noticed, you get these little fucking pop-ups that says Wi-Fi calling needs to be updated. Wi-Fi calling, that's coming. They're forcing it down our throat, and that's to cut down on quote unquote roaming charges because a monopoly owns the fiber in the ground. CenturyLink is the people who own the most fiber in the ground. So everybody's got to buy bandwidth from CenturyLink. And what they're really doing is they're going back from a different standpoint. What was it called? Net neutrality. They tried to call this net neutrality, where Google, Facebook, and Netflix took over your internet bandwidth in your house and then sold you their product while they stole your bandwidth. Okay. Now the other way of doing this is there's a device that takes a percentage of your bandwidth, puts it into a grid network, but you're getting paid for it instead of you paying for it. So I'll be doing that on Idle Tools. Right now, I got to fork out like $4,000 for these devices, and I got to wait 2 months for them to show up. So, and I suspect that my $400 a week is probably going to be closer to $75 a week by the time I get them. I just got the hiccups bad. All right, so 2 more. Oh, one. He's probably got another thing down. Are you setting another one down there, Sir Lickin? Or did you set it down already? Let's see what I got for points. Hey, 2386. Did you pulled it up? Did you set it down somewhere else? This company loves clicks. That says it's right in front of me. Hold on. I got a vacant lot. There we go. Tell you what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put my speed gear on for building buildings faster. I'm going to run my colossal march. Hold on. I'm going to go get my construction speed up. I want to throw some talent points and other stuff at this, see if it makes a difference. I got to put my main gear on first. Otherwise, I got no damn March cap. All right, so I'm launching that, and then I am switching gear so that I land with my construction speed. That does affect building speed, by the way. Your plus 20%. Hell, I've got charged. That affects building speed too. Oh, did I bounce? What little bitch is running that damn thing, man? Oh, it actually took my March cap away. All right, so let me go here. That trick doesn't work anymore. I haven't built a damn building like that. Oh, I can't do it because of that. All right, well. Well, that trick has been that little hole's been plugged. Well, he's already in here. I just now got this message. What the hell? I got the purple heart, but I still need to get the silver. No, you don't. What I need to do is get you guys who donated to the military charity a code so that you get free silver memberships. Uh, Boss, I will try to work on that in the morning. I can get you a code for that. I just keep forgetting. Matter of fact, I don't have to wait till the morning. Uh, Sitting here waiting on other timers anyway. Maybe I'll get that research done in the process. ⅓ hour, 30 minutes. Whew. Yeah, I'm not staying up that. I'm exhausted. Memberships. And the settings. Discount codes. There we go. And let me go add a new discount code. I'm not putting that out to public, am I? All right, so let's go over to YouTube. And yo channel. Man, I haven't even talked to people. Because YouTube, they want to collect my money, but they don't offer me any way to talk to YouTube, right? There's no API to turn around and say, hey, I got members over here who paid money. if they did, I'd have let them keep collecting my money. I had to build my own damn paywall simply because Google, who loves to collect money, don't offer any services for what they're collecting the money for, other than the glory of stickers or something like. I don't have the market that cares about stickers. It's just all there is to it. They care about content and or a bunch of people that join over here just do it because they're donating the military stuff. They like to get me some bail money for when I got to go out there and argue about shit with these people. So community. Visibility is going to be that's supposed to be all channel members. All right. A silver member annual membership. So there, if you want a uh, free year membership, you can buy it for as little as what is it, $2 a month or something like that. I mean, so it's not free, but that money still goes out to the charity stuff. So money over on the website that comes in gets put back into developing tools. So the silver annual membership, and I think okay, so those of you that are paid members in the stream, you know who you are. In the community page is a custom link that when you click on it, it will automatically input a discount code and make your year's membership free. All right. I'm sorry I took so long to get that done. It wasn't hard. It's laziness, man. I hate dealing with. Like I said, I really want the fact that you signed up over there to automatically give it to you. Let me talk to you via an API. I'll pull your membership over. I'll build your membership for you, all with computers. I don't know. I think computers are supposed to do work for us, not make it so I got to copy and paste from one computer to the next. Union. These computers must be unionized, man, I swear. Uh, yeah, the in and out, it's called layering in graphics. It's not just GOG. That's not a bug. That is actually a security measure. So like when you got like in New World where you got to go in your castle and out of your castle to see the new nodes, that's because they're updating the map. But your phone is not updating the map. It has to get that information from the server. So the only way it knows that it needs new information is to constantly be pinging their servers, which then it would be seamless for you, but it would also be millions of pings coming into one server all the time with no information to update. So the way they fix that and reduce their load on their servers is by putting a trigger on some type of event. And GOG uses the swapping of the maps. In and out of your castle triggers an update response. If you're just staring at your castle all day long, they don't send squat. The other day when they did the servers were down, I'm sitting there goes, oh, what was that old content you're playing? No, I just hadn't switched maps for like an hour, so they were still showing my stuff and still acting like it was updating. Yeah. Now, because there are things there are things that are updating that it becomes a two-way communication. That's how hackers know what they can get content duplication on, by sending false responses as if something had been updated during that downtime between communications. That's what the content duplication hack is reinserting information that never really existed. Okay. There's no way I'm going to make it this hour and a half to click that 5-hour research button. I'm just screwed. I'm more likely to go to bed for 2 hours and get up and come back out and do it. Okay. For those who are just wanting access to the website, look, you don't have to be a paid member to go to the forums and ask questions. It's free. It's open. 1 million people a month go through rogersraiders.com. There is a good community of people over there who answer your questions. They usually get to it before I do now. There's a thank you button below it. When they do it, just hit thank you. They love that. I love the fact that people do that. Just say thank you for your response, because there's nothing worse than putting something in the forums. Now I get updated. I go into my dashboard and I know what the last things entered into the forums are. I'm still not happy with the way the forums look, but it is what it is at this point. This stuff's boring to me too, guys. All right. But yeah, ask questions. There is a forum topic on the Uncharted Seas. This event that we're showing right here. Copy. Oh. Live stream. I don't think anybody's put anything in there. But if you come back later and it's not live and you can't ask questions there live, I'll go through the comments, but yeah, go put the questions over there. It's better to put the questions over there and have somebody who heard something in the Discord room answer. And if I think it's wrong, then what I will wind up doing is finding where in the video that I saw something different so that I can support my argument. Okay. That people don't like being called wrong or proven wrong, but usually if I support the argument, I hurt the feelings of the one guy who asked the question or made the statement thinking he was being helpful, but I help the 1,000 people who don't even interact. They just read. You know, most of the people over Rogers Raiders are lurkers. I learned a long time ago that paywalls is not a good way to build memberships. But at the same time, there's 26,000 people over there. It's not exactly a small site. If I turned around and flipped it off, I'd get $500,000 tomorrow. Just because of the number of members. We get lots of gaming traffic, but I don't monetize lots of gaming traffic. I'm working on it. I'm going to put some ads back in there for people who aren't paid members. Because there's a lot of graphics, a lot of bandwidth bills. The hardware, this stuff costs money. Yeah, and I've got other projects that I'm going to add more. So I'm going to add more servers to there. I gotta pay off the $60,000 server that I bought before, and we're getting there. It's gonna be another 6 months, but we're getting there. After that, I just owned it, right? Okay. So I appreciate it, guys. I thank you for showing up. Sorry this was so boring this time, but that's where we're hitting on the third one. You know how GOG does it. We're